Welcome back to the Alboe Show. We're doing a little tour of a game called Surviving Mars. And the tour essentially is just a little overview of the map I built. While I've been away, I have been playing other games, but due to lack of recording space, I haven't been recording. But here we are to kind of see what I've been building, at least in this particular title. Surviving Mars is surviving on Mars, and this is where it all started. Right here. This is my beginner dome. It was a fresh little spot. You know, we had to set out our power plants, and these got expanded over time. And we got a little... Well, we essentially branched out to little colonies. And each colony we decided to build a little wonder around it. So for the purposes of utilizing these polymer factories with the most people, we kind of surrounded them with the most domes. So each of these factories has some of their employees from each of these little places. That just kind of helps, you know, keep things moving along. Of course, all the mineral deposits here are well dried up. We did have some metals initially. And this is kind of like a main dome city for us. It's a rather beautiful place. A bit industrial.
Pipe leak reported.
But the people are happy here. You know, we made sure to give them some beautiful living space. These giant towers are apartments, and they have these magnificent gardens where people are happily toiling away, all for the good of our Martian empire. Alright, so this is our home base, essentially. We have tunnels connecting things around, and at a home base, our special dome here. This is our Omega telescope.
Research complete.
It is just looking out beyond.
Funding received.
I consider this whole map done. I haven't mined everything, but I've done everything I wanted to. So from here, we next branched off, desperate for water, and we ended up tapping into some sources over here. And we set up the next station. Now this map is a bit peculiar, as there's this very distinguished plateau right in the middle here. So we had to find a way to get up there, and of course that tunnel right here was going to be our key. Now over here, this is the second settlement, where we're still actually mining a great deposit of minerals. This one's almost depleted, but we've actually took care of the other few that were here. Here we have the Mole Hole Mine. And a possibly deep mine that's just constantly bringing up metals for us. Fantastic wonder. And so from our little second outpost here, we're able to branch off. Let's see, how fast does this go? It's not moving fast at all. But we built our tunnel up to the plateau. Now this dome actually came the last. And here we have Plateau Wonder, the artificial sun. Of course surrounded with solar panels, because that's what a sun does. And that's just powering the colony, really. This terrain up here has been revamped and reshuffled. You can see where I've stripped out lots of concrete. I've built domes and destroyed domes. I had a messed up situation where two entranceways, the domes were too close together and they were blocking each other off. And that's my Discord, not yours, so you can relax. Yeah, and so the Great Plateau is one of my favorite places. I love watching these little ships take off over the horizon. This one's going to one of our last little spots I'm going to show you later on. So after the plateau, we decided to expand out northwards for more materials. And so this was purely a metal shop. There was two deposits here. We just stacked it full of people, made their lives as barely convenient as possible. We didn't even put a spire in this one. It was just a workhorse camp. And here we tapped into more water sources, but these are ruins, abandoned buildings. The water's been quite stripped from this land thoroughly. And we created this giant outpost here, the Arlnosen #1, solely for the function of mining these rare metals. And these rare metals I decided to get all shipped off using this fancy space elevator. Ooh. It's currently down. Can I use it right now? Well, maybe I can. Let's go to resupply, space elevator. Why not? Bring me 5 electronics. And that goes up. Shoo. You can kind of get a view of its inner workings here a little bit. Drones are constantly supplying it with those rare metals. It just sent up a group of 30, and we got about, yeah, almost 100 million, almost a billion for it.
We have a delivery on the space elevator.
And it slams back down. Space elevator, I think, is the most necessary wonder you can get, because the speed and the savings, rockets, the materials. Like if I wanted to buy electronics, it would cost twice as much from a rocket than it does from the space elevator. Well, essentially, once we had this completed, we set up another little spot here, and I realized my people were dying trying to get here to the plateau. They wanted to migrate, but they didn't know how to use the tunnel properly. So they would find themselves walking and walking and walking and could not ascend up to the top of this plateau. And they were just dying all around here. Yeesh. So, tunnels, more tunnels. I set up this little outpost to kind of facilitate a new area, and this is where we built our Project Morpheus. And it essentially manipulates the brainwaves of people to make them better. Yeah, the cool kind of microwave. And the last outpost of our venture was right down here, where I was just going for more metals, more materials, and we built the great excavator. Currently not in operation. Let's see if I can show it off moving, because I imagine its storage is full. Is that what's going on? Storage space is full, yeah. So I had this guy dump. Let's just have him collect from this pile here. Maybe we can see the excavator in movement. Oh. Alright. It's not doing anything. Oh, it's a shame. Perhaps if I clear out its bank entirely, that'll be it. Here we have a lot of people. What are they doing? I'm not too sure, but this is a whole giant apartment block set up. Probably tons of unemployed people here too, because I only have a few things that are running. If I open this up, it'll fill up. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Lots of drifters, aimless, and the sanatorium here. Alright, he dumped it all. And maybe it's the rock output. I didn't plan on solving problems here, but let's see if I can. There. Dump your rock in here. There we go. Alright. And the excavator's churning away, just giving us pure concrete. And so this is the world. I felt pretty much finished. And the last dome, the final piece of the construction, was right on the plateau, prime spot, standing out, and I built the cloning vats. And we're just gonna pump out clones for our Mars place. They have all the luxuries they could need: casinos, universities, schools, playgrounds. Yeah, a paradise for the clones. And that was my little Mars adventure. Thanks for joining me. I encourage you to check out Surviving Mars. It's a fun game. The mystery I had here was, alright, Gene Roddenberry's, or in this case, Reed Goddenberry's. He wanted to create something special, and I helped him do it. And I basically just sent him resources and supplies, and we helped make his dreams come true before he died. He got to see it completed. That was a great achievement here. So I built him a mining base in the asteroid belt. There's the Moon Hydrogen 3 mining base. The Rubicon station, or space vessel construction, will be in the outside of Earth's or any planet's atmospheres. Yeah, that was pretty great. With him still alive to witness it unfolding. Alright, beauty. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with another tour of another game. And, yeah. Go check out Surviving Mars. It gets some beautiful moments, great atmosphere. It's a little bit challenging, but otherwise, well, it's all up to you. How challenging you want to make it.
Funding received.